Hi Edna, how you doing? I am Sandra. I am 36. I was born in Newark, New Jersey in the United States. Currently, I'm living in the United States again. I'm in Silver Spring, just outside of Washington, D.C. But before that, I was living in Brussels in Belgium, so I've left Portugal some 7 years ago. I studied first elementary school. I did in the United States in Newark. And then when we moved back to Portugal, I went to secondary school and university in Portugal. Currently, I am a stay-at-home mom. I'm home with my two children. Before that, I was a lawyer and a project manager. You know you have a Portuguese background if you have dry codfish, bacalhau, in your house. What nationality, I assume? I assume I'm Portuguese American is usually what I say. I guess I'm probably more Portuguese than American. It's hard to tell because, I don't know, my parents are both Portuguese and I lived most of my life in Portugal. But at the same time, I do feel a connection to the United States, so I guess I'm both. Do I think I'm somehow different from the rest of the society I now integrate because I'm Portuguese? Not exactly. I don't know, growing up, sometimes I would feel a bit different from my non-Portuguese friends while I was in the States. Right now, I don't feel that so much. Maybe because I've been living in a really international city, so everybody is from somewhere else. So, no, I guess I don't feel that I'm somehow different. I do feel that I have, I don't know, just cut that. Yeah, I don't think I'm different for that reason, I guess. When do I remember my Portuguese background? Well, I don't know. Sometimes I remember my Portuguese background in little things, like things we would celebrate growing up. How sometimes what people describe of their childhood is just a little bit different than mine. Going going to Portuguese school and things like that when I was growing up in the States. I don't know. I'm always somehow aware of my Portuguese background. I don't know, I guess when I find other people that are from Southern European countries, I'm very much aware of how similar we are. When I think about Portugal, I think about the beaches. I think about my parents' hometown in Arcos de Vive, where I lived in as well. I guess the the corny thing that all immigrants probably associate with Portugal, the rooster. Maybe that's because I've seen it so much at a local churrasco place here, so maybe that's why. My Portuguese communication skills are good, são bons. Eu falo tão bem em português como em inglês. Acho que tenho sotaque nas duas línguas, por isso sou tão boa ou tão má a falar uma língua como a outra. I do relate very easily with my Portuguese family. It's not difficult at all to understand or socialize with them. Because I lived in Portugal, I think that had an impact. If I hadn't lived in Portugal, maybe it would be a little bit different. Maybe I wouldn't understand the little cultural idiosyncrasies as much, but since I lived there, I didn't find it difficult at all. I don't find it difficult now. Some things we wouldn't see eye to eye, but I think it's not because they're Portuguese or not. In my current household, in my current household, we do have Portuguese traditions. First of all, the children speak Portuguese. I have two sons, aged 5 and 2. we were living in Brussels in Belgium, so the main language of the community was French, but we insisted that in the family we would speak Portuguese at home. I would speak English with the kids so that they would understand both and be able to speak both, and they do. Now that situation has changed just a little bit because it's predominantly English. I'm afraid that they're going to lose their Portuguese. I hope not. So we're going to try to speak more Portuguese. I'm going to try to speak more Portuguese with them as well, not just my husband. My husband's Portuguese as well, so that helps. We have Portuguese dishes on occasion, and we go to Portugal, so we keep our Portuguese traditions alive. My favorite Portuguese food would be, there are lots of good ones. I like arroz de pato. I like any kind of bacalhau. I love bacalhau. And I like a lot of food from Alentejo. I like, what's it called? The sorda de marisco. That's one of my favorites. My favorite author would be José Saramago. My favorite actor or movie? Sorry. I don't know, not so much. My favorite song would be just about anything by Zeca Afonso. He's beautiful voice, beautiful songs. I also like Humanos a lot. What places, towns I visited? Where have I visited in Portugal? Well, I lived there for 17 years, more or less. So I guess I visited a little bit all over the place, from north to south. It's so different from north to south. There are lots of beautiful places to visit. My favorite place would probably be, I don't know, along the Costa Alentejana. It's really beautiful. If I didn't have a Portuguese background, well, I'm pretty sure I would be quite different. I can't say exactly how I would be different. First of all, I wouldn't speak Portuguese, and that would, I think, have an impact on how I express myself and my expressions, and I guess I wouldn't talk with my hands as much, maybe. I don't know, I'm sure I would be a different person. It's hard to say exactly how. Well, I hope that was helpful.
My flag boy.